And we are live. Welcome to Circle Shenanigans. I'm your host. I'm Brother Paul, baby. And this is my guest. This is one of IWR's biggest fans. This is Lucas, everyone.
What's up, guys?
Today, we were going to talk about the year 2009. We will get into that a little bit later. I'm an idiot. I didn't shut off my freaking sound because I'm an idiot. Nonetheless, we are talking Battle in the Creek 3. We will be talking If I Were a Wrestler back in the day, where you'd get your questions and you'd answer however you'd like. We'll get into that in a little bit. And of course, we've got our 2009. With that being said, how are you, Lucas?
I'm doing good. How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic. I'm just going as much as I can. All right. So, Battle on the Creek, we've had Rob Van Dam with Mr. Bill Alfonso, the Fonz himself, versus Brian Cage. And Brian Cage actually lost.
Really?
But of course he would, because it's in RVD's hometown
Yeah.
of Battle Creek. We had Al Snow, Head, and Eric Smalls versus the upper echelon with Jack Kelly. And Al Snow, Head, and Eric Smalls just destroyed them.
I wish I went to this show that you told me about.
Dude, it was a fantastic card. Let me just tell you, it was beautiful. Hello, Joshua. What's up, Brother Paul? He says, hello, hello, hello. Brother Paul in the building. Keith is gone. No more forever gone. And of course, your main man, Brother Paul, here now for the podcast. And once again, mess around and find out. You get smacked. It's not going to be pretty. All right. With that, we go with Aaron Orion from DTA and Cody Manning versus Kerry Morton and the one-legged wonder himself, Zach Gowen. Oh, what a fantastic match that was.
I met him when I went to a SummerSlam up in Detroit at WrestleCon. He was a cool dude. He's a very nice dude.
Oh, really?
He's very nice.
Absolutely. Wait, which one? Zach
Gowen.
Zach Gowen. Yeah, absolutely. Zach is a fantastic friend. Sadly, though, Zach and Kerry lost to Aaron and Cody with a little bit of shenanigans, because Aaron, even though he was on the rope or on the apron, he was over there attacking behind the ref's back. After that, we were supposed to see Dan Severn versus Gideon Malice. However, Dan decided he was not going to be in a match, so Gideon did his own thing. After that, we seen Hernandez versus the monster himself, Congo Kong. And Congo Kong won. From there, we seen Katie Forbes versus Alexis Royale. And Katie Forbes won the match. Silas Young versus Dylan Dieringer. And Silas Young won. James Storms appeared for autographs and actually ended up being in a match and won a tag team match. And Congo Kong won a Zero City Rumble. Winner was the independent champions for Great Lakes. That was a really fantastic card there. It was really stacked. And of course, we had Katie Forbes and Rob Van Dam as the main event and pre-main event.
I kind of figured that since Rob Van Dam is from up there.
Absolutely, yes.
And Katie Forbes is married.
Yeah. All right. With that being said, we finished that part, which was the discussion for Battle on the Creek. So, where we're gonna go next is if you were a wrestler. So, Mr. Guestman, if you were a wrestler, who would be your best friend and your travel partner on the road?
Probably I want to say like Rich Swann.
Okay.
Because he's like a partier.
Okay. That's a fair answer. That's a good one. I like that answer. Brother Paul would probably choose a Dusty Rhodes, baby.
Makes sense.
He's a hell of a character, and he was a funny fella out there, and he did his thing. And you never know. That bionic elbow was vicious. All right, let's go to the next question. What would be a signature move and your finishing move?
I want to say like a single leg crab for both.
Okay, that's interesting. Double submission.
Yep.
Huh. What made you think of that one?
That's the first thing that popped in my head, honestly.
Just double submission, huh?
Yep.
Interesting. I like it. If you could choose a manager, past, present, whenever, who would it be and why?
I want to say Paul Bear, just because how iconic he was.
Interesting. I like it. If you were a wrestler, who would you be trained by? If you can pick anybody,
Trey Miguel.
why?
He's from where I live, basically. So it's like right down the road.
Okay. Brother Paul. They love Brother Paul. Brother Paul in the building, folks. Can't wait to, get moving and grooving. Get funky like a monkey, if you will. That's right. I'll smack them. Smack them all in the mouth. You'll learn.
Yeah.
They'll learn. Nonetheless, thank you all for your lovely comments. Who would be your first rival?
Of all time, or
No, who would be the first one? Like the first ever rival?
I can't think of anyone else.
Who would you want to smack up first? Me and Dusty Rhodes be going after, IRS and the $1 Million Man, of course.
I can't think of anyone, honestly. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
No rivals. You don't dislike anybody. People you would like you don't like. You just want to punch him in the face.
Oh, then Dom Mysterio.
Okay. There you go. That's a really funny idea, actually. Dominic Mysterio, huh? I like it. What would be your wrestling name?
I never really thought about this. I can't think of any.
Nothing?
No.
Man.
What about you?
Oh, of course, Brother Paul. Brother Paul is always ready. A match, a promo, a podcast, anything. Brother Paul is always ready. What would be the worst thing that could happen in the locker room? Like that you would be involved in? Like, what do you think would be the worst thing if you were in a locker room?
Probably like a real life fight.
Okay.
And then people get too heated, then other stuff happens.
Absolutely. I can agree to that. I can agree. For sure. What would be your job in the promotion? Would you prefer a wrestler first or a manager, a referee? What would you like to be?
Probably like a referee to start.
Okay.
And then go from there.
Interesting. Referee. Well, we know you're rooming within your travel partner. Who would be your best friend in the industry?
I want to say Trey.
You can pick one male and one female, if you prefer. However, whoever. But
Trey for male, then Kelly for female.
Interesting. Impact champion and Divas champion.
Yep.
What kind of champion would you be? European, hardcore, intercontinental, United States?
I want to say like United States.
Okay. United States champion, huh? I like it. What's your ideal entrance theme? Song, pyro, no pyro?
No pyro.
No pyro.
And I want to say
are you a dark, scary type of person? You high flyer? What is this entrance looking like for us?
just like the basic, like
the good old boring basic one, just a walkout with the music.
Yeah.
Interesting. Who would be in your faction if you had one, or who would you join if you could join any faction?
If I had to join one faction, I want to say I want to go way back DX.
Okay, it's a very good pick. A lot of people would pick that. DX is the way to go, baby. I, as a brother Paul, would love to be part of the Four Horsemen, possibly, or
Yeah.
who else? I don't know. Somebody good. Maybe the Fabulous Freebirds per se.
Those are pretty good
This
picks.
is a good team. Ooh. What qualities makes a good wrestler in your opinion? What would you see in a good wrestler?
Shows up every show.
Okay. So on time and always there.
Yep.
That's a good one. If you had to choose how your attire would look, what would you choose?
Probably long pants
Okay.
and like a tank top.
So like a John Morrison type of thing.
Yeah.
A little bit with a tank top. All right. I like it. We're gonna go off of that for a moment, and I'm just gonna ask you: if you were a wrestler, where would you want to, wrestle at the most? Like, you can pick a state, a country, continent, a specific arena. Where would be your highlight moment?
Madison Square Garden.
Okay, Madison Square Garden, huh? I like it. Interessante. I don't know why I said that like that. I don't think Brother Paul would really do that. That was a little weird. Nonetheless, so what do we got here? Yes, let's go, says Joshua. Brother Paul says, let's go. Hey, brothers. Hope you have a great night. Thank you there, Reese. Brother Paul wants to say thank you very much for all that you've done for us. I agree with Joshua. Don't talk to Brother Paul like that. Brother Paul is here to stay. I already said it. Keith's gone. No more. No less. Brother Paul is here to stay and show off the right way. Oh man, I told you, Brother Paul Paul knows.
It just snaps in like that, huh?
Brother Paul knows. Brother Paul has done this before. What's your ideal promotion? Where would you like to wrestle at? Impact, AEW, New Japan, WWE, IWR. You name your place. Combat One.
Start out at IWR.
All right, I like that.
And work my way up.
All right. Where do you see yourself going in the end? So it started at IWR. Where's the end?
New Japan.
Okay, New Japan. You retire New Japan?
Yeah.
All right, I like it. Promotion, New Japan, IWR to the New Japan. Brother Paul is a Combat One type of dude. I think. Brother Paul likes the Crash division. Brother Paul likes seeing the high flyers fly. Brother Paul likes
the
to watch the chaos unfold. Nonetheless, though, Brother Paul is absolutely wild when it comes to the wrestling. And he wants to know if there's any promotion that you could bring back, what would you bring back?
WCW.
Okay. WCW, ECW, you got them all.
Yep.
Quickly. Why though?
Just because how that competition went before, how it was WWF versus WCW for Monday nights.
Okay.
And now
that's absolutely
AEW for that now. So double competition, I guess.
Okay. That's an interesting. Well, Impact's up there too. They're not as wild and big, but Impact's getting there.
But they just celebrated their 1,000th episode.
That is true. They had a two span week of a 1,000 episode where it was a double thing.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. We got to see a 10-woman tag with a lot of names that we haven't seen in forever in Impact. We had a few. Hello, Joseph and Ryan. Brother Paul. Yes. Brother Paul, don't catch a smack, Sookie. Oh, ho, ho. Now they're getting wild.
Oh yeah, now they are.
Now see, Brother Paul's getting it going. Brother Paul's ready. Joseph once again says hello. Joshua says hello. Joseph. He says hello. Yes, hello. I didn't read the first one right. It said oh, but I know what he meant. That's why I said hello. But yes, so what else do we got for wrestlers questions? How about this? If you were a wrestler, where? Or sorry, not where. Who would be your first opponent, and who would you want to be your last?
My first, I want to go with like Jason Hotch.
Okay,
And then my
IWR
last,
once again.
I want to say like a John Cena.
John Cena, but in New Japan Wrestling, John Cena.
I don't know anyone else in New Japan other
Well,
than.
no, that's fair. I'm just saying you're gonna pay WWE gonna pay the big bucks to have John
Yep.
Cena there. That's an interesting idea. John Cena, New Japan versus the generic Lucas, because generic entrance. So, what would your name be? Got anything? Or would you just gonna go with Lucas?
Just go with Lucas.
Just Lucas, huh?
Try to be as basic as I can be.
Nice. I don't know how well that'll work, but just Lucas, huh?
Yep.
I like it. It's interesting. If you could choose anyone to partner with from the past, who would it be?
Bubba Ray Dudley.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. You're gonna be part of the Team 3D.
Yep. With Spike and Devon.
Oh, you're not taking Spike's spot. You're with
Nope, I'll
them.
be with them.
Okay. You're just adding on to the Dudley name.
Yep.
I see. Brother Paul most recently met Devon Dudley, actually.
How was that?
Devon Dudley was at Combat 1 most recently. I think it was a month or two ago.
Okay.
And Brother Paul, actually, I believe Brother Paul knows of some people who met Devon Dudley as well at Monroe Pop Fest that was last month. So, Devon's getting himself around. Maybe you never know. He might. I believe, actually, as well, the Dudleys just got rehired in WWE with the Legends contract I read. So you never know.
Hey, you never know.
The Dudleys could be back in the WWE soon enough. Whether it's producing or wrestling, you never know.
Either way, they can do both.
Absolutely.
Because Devon was a producer for a while.
That's because he had neck issues. I don't know if they're better yet, but it's what we know. It's like a really good answer. Ooh, past person for me for the brother Paul. I'd have to go with I don't know, maybe an Owen Hart.
Okay.
Maybe a Godfather.
Okay.
Maybe a Too Cool and Rikishi. Brother Paul likes to get down at certain times.
You gonna go dance with him?
Maybe we'll see.
Okay.
Brother Paul gets down sometimes here and there. Just depends. Brother Paul likes it spicy, so you never know. We'll see.
You never know what's gonna happen with Brother Paul.
Brother Paul might smack somebody. We'll see next week. I don't really got nobody to smack, and you've been really cool so far. So I don't think you
appreciate that.
I don't think you deserve it yet. So we'll see.
And I appreciate that.
I was really hoping Scotty be here, smack him, but it's all right. You gotta love him, but you gotta hate him.
Right.
Honest truth.
I even texted him earlier.
Oh, shocker. Did he answer?
No.
Shocker. Oh, damn. All right. So, whoa, moving cameras. What do we got? Brother Paul will give anyone a smack. You're damn right. Brother Paul will give anybody a smack. Ain't nobody free from a smack. They all get it. Every single person. One way or another. Whether you deserve it or not, you're getting it. Just randomly. So.
You gonna come up and sneak somebody?
Maybe.
Oh, well.
I'm like Randy Orton, but instead of arcades with smack.
Hey, smacks are
but
worse.
It's mainly when you deserve it.
Okay.
You mess around and you find out is what the main thing is.
Oh, okay.
There's Paul, Uncle Paulie taught Brother Paul to be really calm, cool, and collective. And then when you start to fuck with shit and mess with people and you do the darn thing, then you get the smack.
Oh, okay.
And you don't see it coming, but you feel it, and
right.
It stings for a while afterwards.
Right. You leave a little mark on the face.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No doubt about it. Nonetheless. All right, well, how about this one? What do you see for generic, just Lucas and Brother Paul? Where would we be? What would we be doing if we were a tag team?
If we were a tag
Where
team?
would we be at? Who would we be fighting? What are we doing? We ain't having no generic ass entrance. I'll tell you that first off, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, we don't do that here. Brother Paul don't do that. Brother Paul's got all the pyro. Brother Paul's got the song. What song? I don't know yet. Brother Paul figure.
I was just about to ask you that. What song you want?
I don't know yet. Brother Paul figure that out.
Is it gonna be like funky or
probably? I think so. Brother Paul's got to move it and groove it like a funky monkey on his way to the ring to mess up the opponent.
Okay. And then I'm just over here while y'all over here doing that, I'm over here just walking right down the aisle.
Brother Paul be dancing to the ring, moving and grooving. Won't just stop until he's ready to knock the opponent out in the ring. And you're just do.
Yep. I'm just gonna walk straight down there.
You just got, at least you got the pyro. It's good.
Yeah, the pyro. You always gotta have pyro.
Well, you said no pyro.
I mean, if I'm tagging with you, then I'm gonna have to have pyro.
Exactly. We don't do the generic stuff here, buddy. Brother Paul takes it all the way or no way.
How much pyro are we talking?
We're getting Cody Rhodes numbers.
Oh, wow.
Money.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Or maybe Roman at certain WrestleManias. He gets the big pyro. That's what I want. I want fireworks for 5 minutes, even though I'm only walking to the ring for 2 minutes.
Hey, yo. Then people's ears will be ringing.
That's how Brother Paul works.
Their ears will be ringing.
Oh, yeah, they're screwed.
Especially people right in the front row.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Right by the stage.
We're winning the tag team titles. Who do we beat? Pick a tag team that's held the titles. Who do we beat?
Dudley Boys.
Okay. You wanted to be partners. We just destroy them, huh?
Yep.
I like it. The Dudley Boys are gone. Speaking of tag teams, though, let's just talk about one more thing that happened over this weekend, which was Wrestle Dream, AEW's newest pay-per-view.
Yep.
And where I'm going with this, hopefully. Brother Paul, of course, is talking about the rated R superstar, baby. Adam Copeland joining AEW.
I'm happy for him.
That's absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Well, a lot of people actually. But
I kept seeing rumors about it. I was like, there's no way.
It's crazy. WWE got Jade Cargill. Fantastic. Great pick, WWE. But you let go of a legend. You let go of the man, the myth, the rated R superstar, Edge.
He was actually my favorite when I started watching wrestling.
And now Tony Khan, the Jaguars man, over there with Edge and Christian. Whether they're feuding or they're friends, doesn't matter.
Well,
they are.
It looks like right now they're going to be feuding.
They are star power.
Yeah, they do. They got a fantastic person on their new roster.
I love to see it. Let them feud forever. Let them feud for a little bit and then become a tag team. I can't wait for it. The Hardy Boys versus Edge and Christian, 2023. Crazy.
That will be
Edge and
insane.
Christian versus the Young Bucks.
Hey.
Absolutely crazy. You want to talk about absolutely crazy? Brother Paul wants to see the Lucha Bros versus Edge and Christian.
That would be a great, great match.
Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. There's more teams. We've got Best Friends. We've got Dark Order. We've got this. We've got that. I don't care. I've said the main three people I want to see. Now, if we're talking about Rated R Superstar on his own, well, that's easy. We've got Edge versus Wardlow. We've got Edge versus Omega. We've got Edge versus Jericho again. We've got Edge versus Samoa Joe. There's a lot of big names.
There is.
One that's coming out soon. I just read it actually. October 10th. The Rated R Superstar, Adam Copeland. I don't know why I kept calling him Edge. Adam Copeland versus Luchasaurus.
I did see that before we came on.
I'm super excited. I cannot wait to see that.
That'll be interesting to see.
The oldest wrestler alive, Luchasaurus, versus one of the best legends in the industry, the Rated R Superstar.
Do you think Luchasaurus can hang with him?
I think they can hang pretty close together, but I definitely see Adam going over. Clearly,
oh yeah, definitely. You gotta
not just because it's his first match, but because it's Adam Copeland.
Yeah,
is the man.
I see him going over. Do you think he'll be at a collision? Do you think he'll be on there?
Possibly. he could be doing something. Whether he talks, he's on commentary or something. I
Just
can't
gotta
wait
wait
to.
and see.
The one thing I really want to see, which I can't wait for, is MJF or Adam Cole versus Adam Copeland for the AEW or Triple B championship.
That would be interesting to see Edge, Adam Copeland, and MJF
Oh,
on the mic
absolutely fantastic.
because they both can verbally destroy each other.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like they've all said before, MJF is like the Miz when it
Oh,
comes
yeah.
to the microphone. MJF is the Miz of AEW.
He is.
He's a fantastic heel. He's great on the mic. He's great in the ring. He's our scumbag, as he says.
He is our scumbag.
But nonetheless, he does his job.
He does. And that's why he doesn't have to wrestle that much because he is great on the mic.
That's true. I mean, most recently, he's fought like 5 times. Wild.
He also fought 2 times in one night.
That's true. That's very true. What else? Or what would be even better is the bidding war of 2024. Clearly, we see MJF go to WWE, and then we get other dream matches: MJF versus The Miz, MJF versus Roman Reigns, MJF versus LA Knight, MJF versus John Cena.
MJF versus LA Knight just in a promo battle.
Oh my god!
Just think about that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, just think about that.
Absolutely beautiful. Brother Paul would love to see that.
I would love to see that too.
Absolutely.
In any company, actually.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What do we think? Well, what do we? Well, it is for both of us. But what do you think Adam Copeland's first main event match or pay-per-view match would be? I feel like Luchasaurus might be a main event match with him, but you never know.
Or pre-main event, just right before the main event to get him hyped.
Yeah, possibly. That's true. But what would his first pay-per-view match be? What are you thinking?
MJF.
Really?
Yeah, go straight for him.
MJF and Adam Cole, huh? But aren't they doing the Jay White thing though?
Oh yeah, they are.
I feel like we already said, Edge versus Christian, or Adam versus Christian. Do it, knock it out. Whether he wins the TNT title, defeats him for it. I mean, cool. Yeah, I'm for it, but I don't really care at the same time. But I want to see him win. I want to see Adam beat Christian. Christian goes and does his thing, and then they come back eventually as a face tag team.
Yeah.
And
because you got to keep Adam's face for a minute.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just like how Christian was.
Yep, absolutely. I completely agree. I think Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne will be like the new, what was it, Jungle Express or whatever the heck they were with Jungle Boy, but it wouldn't be the Jungle Pop clearly. But I feel like that's the new team there, and of course you got Adam by himself. Well, with Sting and Darby now, but we'll see where that goes. You never know. Person I want to talk about is where have been Arn Anderson and Jake the Snake Roberts? They're both gone, just like Lance Archer. He's just gone from WWE or AEW. Where'd they go?
Lance Archer is injured.
Maybe, I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know where Arn Anderson and Jake Roberts have been.
They're just gone. All the people we want to see, the legends, are just gone. DDP's back there, living his best life as a producer. What do you got? Dean Malenko being a producer. Mark Henry being a producer. Where are all these people that could still wrestle?
I thought Dean Malenko can't wrestle no more.
Well, he's got like 2 more matches on him, but he's just got to be careful. Specifically what he said. But I believe that Mark Henry and the Big Show, Paul White and Mark Henry can still wrestle, but they're just not ready to. They don't think their body's ready enough. They think, oh, I've had hip replacement. I can't do it. So they need the rest for forever.
All that rest.
Dude's been out of action for 4 years. I can't wrestle. Well, he can, but
He just doesn't want
you
to.
just can't right now because you don't want to. He tried when he did his thing with QT Marshall and them, but it didn't work out that well. But yeah, that was that two things we did. If we were a wrestler, and if Battle in the Creek. Trying to think if I have any more if you were a wrestler questions. I had a few in my mind. I don't, but we'll ask you a few more questions. Give me your Mount Rushmore of wrestling. 4, even 5 people. What do we got?
Hulk Hogan,
Okay.
Bret Hart,
Mm-hmm.
Adam Copeland,
Okay.
and last one, Christian.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. If you could wrestle any older tag team, the Rock and Thought Connection, the Hart Foundation, Hollywood Blondes, anything you'd want, who would you want to be a part of? Like, who would you want to wrestle or who would you want to manage your tag with?
I would like to manage the Rock and Sock.
Okay. That's a good one. I like that. That's absolutely crazy. The Rock and Thought Connection. The Rock and Thought and Lucas.
Yep.
The Rock and Thought with Lucas. Just Lucas.
Yeah, just Lucas.
Who's that? That's just Lucas. Don't worry. He's our manager. Interesting. I like it. All right. Well, before we get out of here, we're going to talk about 2009 a little bit, which was our original topic. And then we'll get to this day in history. And then we'll go on from there. Losing stuff, apparently, buddy. Well, so some of my favorite matches from the year 2009. Of course, we got to talk about Shawn Michaels and Undertaker first.
Yep, that was the
The
first,
first
of the two.
ever WrestleMania 25. Well, the first of two, like you said. First, the WrestleMania 25. That was an absolute our all-time banger of a match.
Isn't that the one WrestleMania where Undertaker took out the cameraman?
That was exactly what I was about to say.
That was funny.
Bunch of fucking high spots, wildness, Undertaker taking out a cameraman. We've got sweet chin music. We've got Tombstone Power Drive. We've got it all. The elbow, the choke slam. But what we got is the 1, 2, 3, baby, and the Undertaker taking the win with Shawn Michaels. We've got Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and John Cena for the WWE title at Survivor Series and Triple Threat match. What a hell of a start when Shawn Michaels just straight up super kicks Triple H straight out the ring. Knocked him straight out. Whee! And then him and John went at it for a good 2 minutes. Maybe 3. And then Triple H came back. What the hell, my friend? And I think he gave him a pedigree or something. And it was just wild, though, because the whole thing was they were a team. They were going to beat up John Cena together. And it was one for all and all for one. And they were going to fight it out in the end. And Thorne said, you know what? I think against it. And he just super kicks him. He did a Marty Jannetty.
He pulled a Marginetti.
He just pulled a Marty Jannetty. Super kicked his friend out of nowhere. Kicked him through a window, kicked him out the ring. The disrespect. Unbelievable. Speaking of Adam Copeland, I forgot about this. Adam Copeland, aka Edge, versus John Cena in a last man standing in 2009 at Backlash, which John Cena won and won the WWE title, I believe it was, from Edge. And I specifically remember this because he gave him 2 attitude adjustments and made him pass out from the STFU. And then at one point, I think he beat him with a chair multiple times. Can't remember how many times, but beat him with a chair.
Just straight knocked him.
Oh yeah, good 5 or 6 times. Hit him. But that's just a few of the matches. I'm not gonna go through all of them because that's a lot. But that's a few. Now we'll go from matches to debuts from 2009. Brother Paul wants to tell you that his favorite debut of all time from 2009 was the one and only Eater of Worlds, God rest his soul, Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt joined the WWE in the first ever Nexus, I believe it was, in April, under the name of Husky Harris.
I forgot about Husky Harris.
And my God, he was brilliant. They didn't show you how much this dude actually did
They did not.
or wanted to, or showed how much he wanted it, but he wanted this.
But he stuck with it, and look where he's at now.
He went and went and went. He came back. He went. He came back, and he made it. The Eater of World, the Fiend, the cult leader Bray Wyatt,
And then just himself.
just himself Bray Wyatt, Husky, or well, just himself Wyndham Rotunda, and then of course Husky Harris. So 5 to 6 different variations of Brother Bray.
And people may not know this, but he went back down to OVW and
Absolutely.
he came out with like a full on like steel mask.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah, I
interesting.
seen like a documentary or
I actually
something.
didn't know that. That was interesting. Nonetheless, I heard as well, since we're talking about him, like I said, God, let's just Bray Wyatt. But I heard that they're possibly going to give Uncle Howdy the rights to just continue the storyline if he wants to. And I really hope
he does it.
I really hope that Uncle Howdy takes the rights and all those restrictions that he had and just throws them out the window and doesn't become Bray Wyatt, but tries to get in the mindset of Bray Wyatt so he can finish telling the story that Bray Wyatt started. Whether it's December or January, whenever they said he's going to come back, we want to see Uncle Howdy finish Bray Wyatt's story because we all know it wasn't done.
It was not done.
There was plans. I heard the Fiend versus Demon Balor at one point.
That would have been
I
amazing.
heard that there was the Fiend versus Cody Rhodes. I heard. Well, I didn't hear. I should say I read those two. You never know. I heard another one where they were going to have Alexa and other people take part in Bray Wyatt's Firefly Funhouse and become the characters. Some of these names I don't remember, or I can't say, but I do remember reading quite a bit. I know Alexa Bliss was supposed to play Sister Abigail, I believe. Or Lily, I believe it was. Lily the Dow was going to be one of them.
They kind of teased that when he returned.
That's true.
At Extreme Rules.
And I think Sister Abigail was supposed to be Liv Morgan at one point. That was a real Dusty Rhodes right there.
That was a real Dusty Rhodes right there.
I did hear that. That was interesting. Brother Paul likes Dusty Rhodes, in case if you haven't noticed. Brother Paul is a Dusty Rhodes fan. Nonetheless, a few more debuts for you. We've got Cedric Alexander. We've got Powerhouse Hobbs. We've got the man himself, Trey Miguel, as you said. We've got Apollo Crews. We've got Mia Yim. We've got Naomi, and we've got Big E. Some of the retirements just break my heart. We've got David Flair. Woo! We've got the One Man Gang. We've got Doug Basham, who was in the Netflix series Wrestler with Al Snow.
I still haven't watched that yet.
Doug Basham was Al Snow's partner and one of his producers in the show. And I'll tell you right now, because I told Al himself, and I'll tell everybody out there, Wrestler is a great series. It's a behind-the-scenes, real-life story of how hard it is to be a wrestler and a producer and an owner. And I enjoyed every minute of it. Yeah, there were some points where it looked like it was something else, like a reality TV. They were talking about marriage and fights and this and that. But the base of it all was that Al Snow wanted to show you what they have to do every week when they go live for their people in Kentucky and all around the world that watch it. What it's like to be a producer, an owner, a manager.
Just a backstage person in general.
Absolutely. And that man can talk. I'll tell you that right now. Seminars, great. Interviews, great. You got to catch him at the right time if you want to get him to smile or laugh,
Yeah.
because he's a hard nut to crack. But he's a great person to talk to. He's a great person to know, a great person to meet. And once you start picking his brain, I'll tell you that right now. You pick his brain, and the man knows all of it. He's got the knowledge. Whether it's hardcore, whether it's his European. I loved his European title reign, where he came like we said, where he came out every single week as a different type of person.
Whatever they threw at him, he just did.
Absolutely, he's like another Mick Foley type of person, or Dolph Ziggler. I'll stay here. I'll do as much as I can, whenever I can. And if you can't make something else great with somebody, give it to me.
Exactly.
Mick Foley did it. Perfect.
Dolph Ziggler did it.
Dolph Ziggler did it. Perfect. Bray Wyatt did it. Perfect. Al Snow did it. Perfect. Mr. Perfect did absolutely everything perfect.
He did. He really did.
So you just have to add him. All of it was perfect. And of course, there is Mr. Perfect. Nonetheless, sorry, we went off rail there because of Doug Basham and Al Snow. Nonetheless, we've also got Carmella, Candice Michelle, Charmel, John Bradshaw Layfield. Sorry here. Jamie Noble, John Heidenreich, and Christy Hemme all retired in the year 2009. And then some of the deaths we had, sadly, we've got the death of Test, the deaths of Buddy Rose, Captain Lou Albano, the Samoan bulldozer Umaga, and of course, Dr. Death Steve Williams. Those were all the sad passings that had happened in 2009, folks. And I would just like to say, God rest all their souls. I hope that everything has gotten better and better throughout the years for their families.
Oh yeah.
With the hardening or the hardship of it all. I lost by this day in history. I just realized that, buddy. I don't know where it went, but I do remember it was about Bray Wyatt.
And I don't remember what it said.
I
But
remember it was October 2nd, 2020. The Fiend Bray Wyatt returned to SmackDown to attack Randy Orton. And that same night, that exact same night, baby, the New Day won the tag team titles against the Bar.
I forgot about the Bar.
The Bar. Sheamus and Cesaro, the Bar. Absolute fantastic.
That was a great tag team.
Absolutely. Mick Foley, thank you, Mick Foley, for that too.
Yeah.
Mick Foley gave us the Bar. The Bar was awesome. Just tell me, the Bar was awesome.
The Bar was awesome.
They were above the Bar. They weren't the Bar. But yes, that was this day in history, which was Bray Wyatt returned, and of course, the New Day won the titles. But nonetheless, I think this was a fantastic show. Is there anything else you would like to say or talk about real quick?
Yeah, one thing. When I was at IWR this past week,
Yes, sir.
there's this kid named Martian Webb. He went up against Ace Austin.
Okay.
The kid's like my age.
Interesting.
He put on a hell of a performance.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Really good.
Like he stuck with Ace Austin.
Really?
And he followed me on Instagram.
That's absolutely cool.
And he's a great dude.
Brother Pollux is ecstatic for you, and he is happy. And he thinks that this dude is a great person. What's his name again?
Martian Webb.
Martian Webb. Interesting.
He's a great dude. Trey Miguel actually trained him.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Trey Miguel's getting around.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's fantastic. All right. Well, before we go, since I forgot to do it in the beginning, but it's my first show, got to give me some time, guys. I want to thank our sponsors. So, thank you to Amaya's Fresh Mexican Grill, The Mint Cannabis, 8 Mile Vodka, The Little Brown Jug, Lane's Pizzeria, FU Wrestling and Jeremiah Goldman, Craving Craving Sports Cards and Collectibles, IWR, DTW, and Pro Wrestling Action. Thank you all for your love and support. I've been Brother Paul.
I've been Lucas.
This is Lucas. And come next week and join us while we talk with the Swamp Daddy, Brutus Atwell, at 6 p.m. sharp. See you next week.